everybody, welcome to Chatbox Reviews. I'm Stan with my lovely wife Tanya here again, and we're doing a reaction to the live-action Halo series. Like I said before in a bunch of things, like we don't know what time era or where this is.
Yeah.
I would really have preferred it if they started from the books. Fall of Reach, that would have been good, but they had time jumps and stuff. I'm glad that they're making this a TV series over a movie.
Yeah, same.
Because I think
so much to tell.
Yeah, there's way more. Like, you read the books, I've read them, like the first three. So Fall of Reach, first Fall of Reach, Flood, and First Strike, and then Ghost of Phonics. I read a bit of. So played the games, playing Halo Infinity as we speak, streaming and everything. But yeah, it's, I don't know, it's kind of a little bit of a nice
to go back.
Yeah, we've gone back
Cortana and John.
And they're using Cortana's voice in this and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, what are you thinking?
Let's crack it. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
It's only a minute long, so here we go.
Okay.
All right. Paramount Plus original. So
See,
that looks kind of cool.
That looks. Ooh, music.
I don't know what it was. They said. Yeah. I thought it was Cortana.
I'm counting on it.
Oh,
Dr. Halsey?
that's yeah, they cast what's her name as Halsey.
Lost in the dark.
Makes sense.
Wow, the prophet of truth.
Are they going to start from
Give people.
where they're training? everyone?
Hey, it's freaking what's his name,
I will always be with you.
I think they're starting from when they're kids, which is awesome. Hey. Oh, yeah.
As a new beginning.
That looks wicked. Oh, yeah. Goosebumps.
I can feel him. That's really cool.
They did so good.
To have Halsey narrating, but also too, like, because when you hear Jen Taylor saying "Hello, Master Chief" in the little teaser, that was cool as well. But I don't know, like, it's so weird that.
I mean, if she's on board, is the guy who plays Master Chief also
Gonna
on board?
do the voice as well, because that would be very cool. I
Yeah.
haven't looked up too much on IMDb or
Yeah, I
Wikipedia
know
or anything,
nothing.
so I'm just sort of like, I'm hoping that they do go with it's Steve Downes, I think.
Yeah, because if they're on board, it's got to be good.
Fan service it, just do it. But like, just showing like, all right, yeah, maybe they do have a cast of characters. I understand, I can accept it. Because when we were watching Shadowhunters, you were like, a few times I was just kind of nudging you going, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, in the books it means this, but they had to skip that for the show to kind of just, let's get on with it. Because in the book you're like kind of saying, all right, 5 chapters later they're still here.
Yeah.
And this is kind of unnecessary. You can't tell that in live action, like playing it out. But
Well, this almost reminds me of Ghost of Onyx, where it's got all the kids training. Master Chief.
There'll be flashbacks and stuff like what you can do in series. It's tough, like, with the exception of Batman Begins and a lot of other like movies and films where they do have ways to work around it. This is going to be really strange, but sort of, because we already know the source material. There is going to be points where we're just like, BS. That's not like, no, they're wrong. But I'm trying to get out of it. I'm trying to move on from it. I'm just trying to just accept that.
Yeah, you just breathe it in as it's coming.
Yeah, there is limitations that you're set with when you're trying to write, direct, and adapt certain source materials.
Yeah, they can't tell the whole story. They've got to like cut it to where it's going to fit.
Yeah, video game movies are tough to clock. I mean, we just did the Sonic reaction to the sequel to that. And sometimes, it feels like, hey, they get lucky. But with Sonic, I was like, wow, they really actually took the time to acknowledge that, hey, there's a fan base out there that really love this character for decades, literally. We're going into the second decade of us living in a world where Halo has not just smashed books like, the video game industry and stuff. When the game is outdoing and doing a better job at storytelling than what a live action version has, then you've made a mistake. I think Sonic did well. Assassin's Creed screwed up. I think, Mortal Kombat movies in the 90s kind of tried to kid-friendly it up too much, but it's not a kid-friendly franchise.
Yeah, I like the recent one.
This has so many human moments in it, the story of like Master Chief and the
Yeah.
story of, you know, in the Halo universe. You could do a whole show based on the ODSTs and not even just you talk about him, but just
As
have
a
it.
myth, the legend.
Yeah, just talk about like the chief and like, you know, he took out over 100,
Yeah.
you know, Covenant in freaking like, you know, in
It
2
could be
days
potentially
and
what
stuff.
happens. We don't know yet.
But just I'm looking forward to it every time we
Yep.
watch those live action stuff. We got to the point where we've gotten these anniversary editions of like Halo where we're like, we don't need a movie of this. This is so cool looking at it. They've almost gotten so
Yeah, I don't know.
perfectly
I
live
like
action.
a movie and a TV series. It'd
It's
be
been
awesome.
overdue.
Hell yeah.
You know, right from when Peter Jackson in 2009 was supposed to be releasing that, but Neil Blomkamp ended up like they pulled the plug. I think it was New Line Cinema or whoever it was pulled the plug on Neil Blomkamp. They didn't have much faith in him as a director because he was a newbie, and that's their choice. But then we got District 9, which was
Yeah.
really cool because Peter Jackson funded that, and that did really well.
Yep.
So I'm glad this has been picked up by Paramount. I know Spielberg's studio or whatever is attached to it, but he's not really heavily involved. It's just name only.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, if this does well, who knows what we could spin off and see
Well,
come
fingers
from
crossed it does really well. But let us know what you thought of it in the comments
Arbiter
below.
Show.
Or maybe
And,
Arbiter.
yeah, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and our Twitch. Follow our Twitch and follow us on playing Halo on Twitch and stuff.
Yes.
But anyway, thanks for
Thanks
watching, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.